Okay, we are back. Off camera, you can see I threw some color on this, and it's not done. But I used a, this is a dollar store toy. You probably recognize these things are $1. I tried to strip the paint off, but it's not really what, that's here, there. I primed it real quick white, and I know I wanted a brown, something that, they're green, orcs are green primarily, so the opposite of green is red. So I wanted like a brown to kind of count, so they kind of pop on the plane. And I did earth, Vallejo earth, or I think it's, or something like graveyard earth. And then I did a beastie brown. So this is like a little too greeny to me, so I went the beastie brown. It's got to get a little more red. And this is Codex gray, I believe, or cold gray. And that's going to be the bottom of the plane to give the two-tone look. I think that's more plausible when it flies over. You want it kind of to blend in with the sky. And you still are going to be doing all kinds of picking out panels and stuff, but the main color will be beastie brown on top. The engines, the cowlings might be even a different color. I'm almost thinking about doing a yellow with black just to give it a little bit of splash. And then later on in the video series, I'm going to be doing some cutouts of some glyphs, orc glyphs, and doing some stuff on the wing here, and maybe some stuff patched onto the plane to give it, and those will be black and yellow, so give it something to pop on it also. And then we got bombs. We got tons of bombs to put on this thing too, so I gotta think about gluing those on. And as you can see here, we got a base kind of figured out. This little thing I picked up at a local craft store, Craft Castle in Cameron Park. It's not very much modeling friendly, but they have some stuff that you could use. This, I picked this for $5. Kind of rough cut some pink foam. That'll be like the groundwork. And this would be kind of like there's like an old airport they took over. So you have like a concrete pad, and then you have the runway material on top of that. And this will be eventually cut out in alligator, so it's like very much disrepaired. And then I'm going to do like some field work here, some undulations, some rocks, a bunch of grass, maybe some old plane parts. I bought some orc bomber bits off of eBay, maybe a couple wings there, then the singed grass where there was a fire from crashed planes before, just to give it a little more narrative and something a little eye-catching. And then I want the plane to be taking off, as you see right there. And what I did, I kept taking my my drill bits and enlarged a hole, so I got an 1/8 inch hole. And today I went by the local Ace Hardware, and they have a remote control car and hobby section. So I bought some 1/8 inch steel rod, and let's see how that goes right in there. And I might have to go a little deeper, but I think it feels, it's solid. I mean, I have like a, yeah, it's not going to bend, and I'm not going to need that much. Looks like to get into that base and all that, it's not going to be that much needed on there. So we'll cut that, then we'll drill a hole through here and fix it in somehow. I'm not sure if I'm happy with the pink foam yet. Might do a better cut on it, but I can still do some sanding work on it, and we'll go from there. And then that'll be mounted, so we'll have this, the base system, kind of ready to go. And then we have to do some work on this, obviously. So that is it for this part, and we'll be back. Thanks. Hey, we're back. I got the bottom of the base stained outside in the sun, drying. Have that drilled. I cut the 5-inch piece of 1/8 inch rod. You know, we'll figure a way to drill that in, get all that glued up tonight, and get that base masked off. I'm probably going to varnish it also, so I'm going to get that done. Right now, I'm looking at the little grot or goblin gunners, and they are a pain. Very messed up. All kinds of cleanup I have to do. I had to get the Dremel out, and oops, sorry about bumping that. To get it into the cupola, I guess that's what you'd call that. Had to cut them down a little bit, and I finally got them to fit correctly. There's a little hole for the guns to go into, and he kind of like bumped against the cupola, so I had to cut that back with the, he's finally sitting there pretty nicely. I might have to add a little more sanding. I can see right there. I got to cut that edge down a little bit more, and he'll sit nicely. I can probably do that right now on camera. I keep a Dremel kind of going all the time. You never know when you need it. This is probably just a general size bit I need, so I just keep that end going. And I have a foot pedal on the floor. And you see how there's that edge right there. I kind of bringing it back. And let's see if that will do the trick now. Well, that's way better. You can see he kind of, oops. He sits better way in there. He kind of goes flush now. So very, very good. And the guns kind of point up, which I wanted them. I even found bubbles on the barrels. Where are those at? Oh, we got this hatch. We got to clean that up. There's all kinds of it's a bad cast. I don't know why. I should have opened this up months ago when I got it and maybe sent it back or demanded a better. There's a big bubble inside of the barrel. See if I can figure that and get that fixed. And let's see if those fit correctly. I don't know, that's the way it's supposed to go. Whoa. This one I had to re-drill. We'll see how we can get this to sit correctly. And you try to get it nice and straight. That's gonna be that's gonna be a task. I just dropped the barrel. There we go. What else I gotta do? Oh, I have wheels. They kind of go on the sides here, and I might have to just figure a way to get in there and drill them out better, or we'll just cut them back and get them in there better. Oh, I didn't think about that. So that's where we are right now. Oh, also to clean up, I got these little microfiles. These will kind of help get in there. They're very tiny. Let's see, where's a good one? There's like a little edge. I can get into the little spots and get this nice and straight edged out. This is all kind of, looks like someone gooped this together. This is sad. But hopefully it's orc and some paint will disguise a lot of the imperfections. And like I said, it's orc, so it's not supposed to be precise, but would have been nicer just to be able to throw this thing together than have to sculpt pieces and fix bubbles. So that'll be it for right now, and we'll be back as we'll keep you up to date on how our progress is going. Oh, also, here's the pilot. I cleaned him up to the best I could. I think he'll be okay. And I just threw some rattle can primer on him, so he's ready to start throwing paint on pretty soon. And his feet turned out okay, where I re-sculpted those a little bit, and I shaped him down to fit in the seat better. I just have a paper clip super glued into him temporarily, so I don't have to touch him while I paint him. And that is it. Thanks again.